Here we go, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It's that part of the show where trouble comes through the door. We call her Diana Bellamy.
Hello.
She's in the building. She done brought Jason in here with him. Hold up. Is this the Joker that was working out with? I told her I was gonna bring her some donuts.
And
you had to do some squats.
Jason had me doing some squats.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I said,
you know what I mean? Looking like Karen Curry.
Yeah, he saw me. And, you know what I'm saying? I was mad as hell. I'm working out all this time, and he says he's gonna bring me some donuts. Anyway, just so everybody knows, Jason, get into the camera so everybody can see. Jason, this is Jason Sr., and he is my personal trainer. And he's responsible for my aches and pains and my bruises, but it's worth it. And even Jason is always smiling when he's working out with me. But Jason, I'll let everybody know where to find Jason, where he can also, the results that you'll get is quick. He's really hard on me, but it's worth it because it's starting to get together. You know, because when you hit in your 40s, it takes a little longer to figure it out.
You know.
Well, not that you can relate, sir.
Yeah, you know. You know what it is.
But the rest of us.
I said fuck it a long time ago.
You know what? The reason why I didn't say fuck it a long time ago is because I got too much going on. And if it don't maintain right, it's a huge rap for me.
That's right. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
But you basically got to watch what you eat.
That's what Jason is telling me, and he's the expert on this. But, you know, we're not here to talk about how Jason keeps my body together. In the gym. In the gym.
Shout out to all the old ladies out there hanging around the gym.
You know, it's so funny because when I finally posted Jason up, all my girlfriends started texting me and was like, I need a trainer too, you know, with a wink wink. I'm like, he's available and he's single. But the only thing is, the reason why I got Jason on the show today, more than anything, is because he and I have two different perspectives, right? Jason is in his 30s, good looking, tall, handsome, fit, single.
Yo, is this a Jason commercial?
Listen, doesn't want a commitment. Doesn't want a commitment now.
Amen.
And I said to myself, wow, that's one, you know, it's great that a guy, remember I always talk about, just be honest, keep it real.
100.
He doesn't want a commitment, not that he tried anything with me. It was more of us having a conversation as we started to get to know each other as my trainer and now my friend. And meanwhile, I am into commitment. I believe in commitment. I believe in marriage. I believe in finding that one person that you want to spend the time with and commit to them. But, you know, to hear his perspective, I could totally get why he's thinking the way he's thinking and how he came to that point in his life. Right, Jason? I'm going to blow you up in a minute. But for now, because I know I'm blowing you up now, are you embarrassed?
No, not at all.
Okay, good. All right, good. Don't be embarrassed. Not on this show, at least. What we're going to be talking about is, oh, by the way, everybody, there's a psychotherapist following me. Thank you, Pam. She says she loves the show. And I've gotten so many emails this week talking about how this crew is by far the best crew on internet radio, on radio, even the radio stations that are out, you know, everybody's listening to. We are winning. I mean, Breakfast Club, I love you guys, but y'all ain't got nothing on us. Anyway, with that being said,
we talk the talk.
You know, exactly.
Real talk.
Right. So,
the
emails that are coming in, you know, we talk about relationships mostly, right? And we talk about mindset, accountability, and things like that. Well, there's an email that came in. Can I see? I know I do a menu. I'm starting to do a menu. I call it a menu, Diana's menu, only because I'm getting your emails and I'm getting your text messages, and I love you guys so much. I love you too, Patrick. So we got this menu, but can I read this letter that this lady sent me? Because, you know, I try to get that out of the way first. I mean, we're talking about signs on if your man is gay, right, and just a bunch of things. But right now I'm going to read this letter. You guys ready? And, of course, your opinion is totally, you know, I love your opinions.
Ain't holding nothing back.
Nothing. So it says, Dear Diana, my name is blank. I need your opinion on something. I met this guy who I really like and have been spending a lot of time with him. I really like him. I think I'm falling in love with him. We've been seeing each other for 3 months and sexually active with one another. He just opened up and told me he's living with someone. He says they've been together for 4 years, but he doesn't want to be with her. To be honest, I don't care about her feelings, or their situation. I've been waiting for someone for a long time and I finally have him. Should I care? Oh, damn. Damn.
That's pretty deep.
That's pretty deep, right? So now, Jason, from your perspective, from the man's perspective, should he have told her up front?
Probably. Probably it's best to be honest right away for her sake, but I can understand him not giving away too much information in the very beginning, because maybe he wasn't sure where they were going to be over time, and he wasn't sure it was actually necessary to give up so much information in the initial meetings. So I get it that he held that back. But for her sake, maybe he should have told her right away, for her sake.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me there's a point in time where you really feel like you don't have to tell somebody, a woman that you mean, that you ain't living with them?
Absolutely. I don't give up too much information.
So you're gonna sleep with this woman knowing you live with somebody else?
Well, I mean, sleeping with somebody is its own entity. Living with somebody is a separate entity. I don't feel like the two have to be connected or related like right away. I don't feel that way.
Wow.
Question. She's upset because he doesn't want to live with her?
She's not upset at
Talking
all.
to the mic.
She's not upset at all. It's more of she's asking me, should she even care about the other woman?
That's after 3 months.
They've been sleeping with each other for 3 months. He lives with somebody. He's been with this woman for 4 years. She's asking me, should I care? But should I care? She said, honestly, I don't care about her feelings or the situation. Should she care?
But she want to be the side chick. That's what she's saying. She wants to be the. She knows about the girl, so she's approving to be the side chick. That's basically what she's saying. Yeah.
But
She's not mad.
She's looking for someone else to co-sign her acceptance.
I'm not co-signing. Dear Blank, I'm not co-signing. I'm not going to co-sign your behavior. I feel very terrible that he didn't tell you up front that he was living with somebody, and that I feel terrible at the fact that you trusted him enough to start sleeping with him. But I'm not co-signing your behavior, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm anti-side chick. I don't stand for this. I'm not about being nobody's second to nothing. You as a woman, we've all been hurt before, right? And you having the knowledge. Okay, let me just start by saying this. When women are bamboozled, right? It's a difference when a man tells you he's with somebody, and there's a difference when a man does not give you that information. Once you find out that that man is in a situation, you need to leave, or you need to ask him to. He can't come close anymore, otherwise he'll be in my face, in my mouth. He might want that. No, it's not.
Okay.
No. I'm embarrassing Jason. That's gonna be a thing that I'm gonna embarrass you all day. No, but my thing is, as a woman, now that you are strapped with the information, I mean, he's a dog for telling you later on, after he already slept with you, that he's living with somebody. That right there tells you his character. I don't care what Jason says. Either they want to give up information or not. You as a woman, you in a position where now you should not care about her feelings, but you should care about yourself and your own self-esteem and where you feel you fit in the situation. How about yourself? How about loving yourself enough to not be the side chick? Now that he has already told you he lives with somebody, and the fact that they've been together for 4 years and he's selling you dreams like, I don't know how I feel about her, I don't know if I still want to be with her, but yet and still he's sleeping with you, you need to leave. You need to leave. I don't think you need to go ahead and let her know. A lot of women feel that it makes sense for them to tell the woman, you know, what they've done. No, the woman at home needs to be left alone. She had nothing to do with this. What you need to do is exit out the situation. You are a side chick, and that's basically what this is. If he leaves her, gets his own place, and proves to you, shows you that he wants a commitment with you, that's a different story. But right now, you are scrap iron.
Yeah.
Is what we call it.
Scrap iron.
Yes, indeed.
You're scrap iron. Leave. So my question to you, my whole thing to you is that no, I'm not going to co-sign this bullshit you wrote me. You need to leave the situation and love yourself enough to leave. Okay. So now we're going to move on to other things. Like, for instance, who has the topic subjects? Anybody has my topic subjects? Anyway, I can tell you one thing. One of the topic subjects is this.
You talking about dating broke dudes and
Yeah. One of the topic subjects is, oh, here we go. Thank you, Terry. Oh, too comfortable. Do we let ourselves go when in a relationship? So what that means is when people are together in a relationship for a period of time, right? They sometimes allow themselves to be too comfortable with a lot of things. For instance, gaining weight. Is this true? I mean, you're a physical guy. You know, you're a physical trainer. Do you see this happening with a lot of the women and men that come in?
It has happened to me personally.
It has happened to you personally?
Yes. I was with somebody who was prone to be thick, but after a while, I mean, they kind of like got very inactive and they started putting on all this weight. And then I would speak to her about it, like gently. I wouldn't be too blunt or too harsh, but I would tell her, and she really wouldn't do anything about it. And then all of a sudden, she started taking like some medication, and that just blew it through the roof. Like the momentum was going totally in the wrong direction.
What do you mean? What momentum?
She
You
just
mean
started
weight
gaining a lot of
gain?
weight. She was already gaining, but when she started taking that medication, it just went crazy.
Why do you think she allowed herself to get comfortable?
She was never really prone to be athletic or working out in the first place. It's just that she got with me and I was like that, and she was kind of like thick. But after a while, and I was with her for 3 years.
And you like thick. You
I
just
do.
didn't like the fat.
I do. I like it in a manageable kind of way. I like to be manageable.
All the guys in the room are like, yeah, we understand.
Right.
There's smiles across the board.
Exactly. But then going forward, you got to think about it in terms of your health. So if you're getting to that overweight, obesity kind of thing, then you're not concerned about your health. And if we're going to be in a relationship, we're going to be a partnership, and I'm not going to have my partner around in the way and capacity that I want her around.
Right.
You know, so that became an issue. And her thing was always, if you can't accept me at my worst, you don't deserve to have me at my best. And I found that to kind of be nonsense, like a cop-out of you not getting down, doing what you got to do to make yourself better and make us better.
Improve, right.
So I was like, you know what? It's time to go.
It's not necessarily a cop-out. It's truth, but it is somewhat of a lazy excuse.
Right.
Because if your truth is, as you say, in this partnership, you're in a partnership, then as you're striving for her to be better in that situation, striving for her to be better, she should let you know that your efforts are not for nothing, and appreciate that. But
and at least try to do something.
Do something.
Do something.
But to just give you a affirmative excuse, if you can't appreciate me at my worst, don't want me at my best.
Yeah, see, I think that's one of the problems with being in a long-term relationship, in a marriage, long-term. I feel people get too comfortable. For instance, for me, when I'm getting ready in the morning, like the bathroom routine, I like to do it at different times. Preferably have 2 separate bathrooms, because I don't want to see all the stuff that you do. Uh-oh, we're getting a caller. Let's get a caller.
Calling.
Hold on a minute.
That's her. We're talking about her.
Janice, real talk. Hello?
Hi, is this the Diana Bellamy show?
This is she. How you doing? Who's this? Hello? I can't hear shit.
You just hung up on her.
I don't give a shit. I don't like the girls calling.
Oh.
So
Real
so
talk.
my thing is, I'll tell you later. My thing is, when you're in a relationship that, there's a certain kind of commitment in taking care of yourself. I really believe that when you go down the aisle and when you make that commitment, I think that you should really make the commitment to maintain yourself. Because I don't think it's fair that I work out and I take care of myself, not just mentally, physically, everything. I think that, all of that encompasses fairness to one another. I mean, obviously, if you get sick, get hit by a car, then obviously, you got to deal with that because you love that person, right? And you want to support that person. But if you're just lazy and just don't care anymore,
Exactly.
It's just not fair. I mean, you guys could totally disagree with me. I just feel like I wouldn't want to be with somebody who just completely let themselves go like that without, you know, keeping me in any kind of,
I
you know.
agree with you, but the thing is that I don't like is when a person gets on the person for gaining weight. You know, it's a certain way you got to talk to that person without hurting their feelings because they gain the weight. You got to try to help them because they're with you, they're your other half. But if they gain weight, you work with that person. You know, you don't be
That's
so
what
harsh.
Jason tried to do.
You don't be so harsh on them, you know.
Right.
But if they can't take it and they get in their feelings behind you being, you know, you trying to tell them and they get in their feelings, and, you know, it's kind of questionable because, you know, you trying to help that person. They ain't trying to help themselves. And I'm not going to sit here and let you blow up to from 1-something pounds to 400, 3-something pounds, you know, get all wild.
I mean, I just feel like
So I'ma
it's just
stay
a
on you.
matter of, you know, just fairness, not just for yourself and for your own health, but, you know, for the couple, you know, the marriage. I mean, just be fair to one another and be like, look, you walked into this because when I was married, even my last relationship, I was with him for a very long time. And I remember I went from 120 to 140, right? And I said to myself, okay, and he still maintained his health, his physical. I mean, he still has a 6-pack and still got it together. And I'm like, damn. And not just for him, but for me, I don't feel good, you know? So anyway, I just feel, you know, when you're in a long, thank you, Kelly. Kelly said, I agree. I just feel like, you know what? I think that should be a part of the vows. I know it says for better or for worse, but I mean, I don't want to do the worst with you being this lazy.
Well, from a mature standpoint, as you enter that relationship, you should want to and desire to bring the best out of each of them.
Right.
As he brings it out of you and you bring it out of him, that way you have a unified goal of being the best person you can be.
Agree. I agree completely. I really believe that. I think, and what I've learned, you know, working out, especially with Jason bothering me all the time, I feel like working out has become part of my lifestyle now. You know, and I'm starting to feel a lot better. Not even just physically, but mentally. I just feel so much better.
It's a good feeling.
It's a great feeling, right? So anyway, don't get lazy out there, y'all. Just, you know, when you're with somebody and how you met them, how you met them, try to maintain some kind of stability, both physically and mentally. Why are you laughing? Yeah.
It's a long story.
He's laughing. That's one of my partners right there. And
I love him. That's his son.
I love my kids, but I hate my son.
No, you don't.
You know why I say that?
Take over, guys.
I love my son because, and I hate him because I love him. When you look at your child, and he goes from that little pudgy baby playing in the house to that young man standing there with a 6-pack cop diesel. You
With
get
a
to
baby
the point
in
where
his
you're like,
hand.
all right, Tom, let me go get I gotta go get my carry permit. Cause I mean, the young man benching 350, jumping 29-inch vertical, and then doing a 40 in 4.7 seconds. I mean, I can't outrun him. I got to shoot. I got to shoot. That's how I love and hate my kids.
Hello?
Diana's Real Talk.
Yes. Hello. This is Diana Bellamy.
And people, nothing is scripted here. We say what we mean what we say.
It's called Real Talk.
And if you don't like it,
we got you.
Don't call. Or turn your
No.
I want to ask you a
Who
question.
is this? Let me ask
We
who
talk
this is
about
first.
the juicing too. You when you work out too, y'all do you with the diet. when
Hello?
you change
Who is this first?
You
Hello?
know the juicing like with the proteins, the fruits and vegetables. No, all right. What I'm saying, right? You got them working out. You're a personal trainer, and you tell them about changing their diet, like changing their food,
I know who
what
this
they
is.
eat and all that.
You know what, homegirl? I
You
feel
tell
so
them,
sorry
like,
for
what
you.
to eat, like the
You
proteins
know what you need to do?
nutrients
You
and
need to
stuff?
go to the guy.
Say the
Don't
question
come
one
to
more
me.
time.
Go to the guy. All right. Obviously, I have a caller who is, she's mad, an ex-girlfriend who's mad. I dated somebody who she supposedly was in a relationship with. He broke up with her, so I went on a date with him. and she's mad because he don't want her.
So she called the show?
She's calling the show.
Let her talk.
Baby,
She got to say.
if he dated me after he was with you, he ain't never going back. Understand that. And if you got a problem with that shit, go to him.
That's side chick
You ain't gonna take up my time. Anyway, let's go on to the next topic subject.
I was asking him about.
I'm taking side chick applications. if I don't call you back, don't take it personal. That's everybody.
Thank you, Dale.
I was asking him about when he a personal trainer, and I was asking him about
exactly
the things that
get a grip, girl.
The things that you got like to change their diet. Like what I was saying with juicing is like fruits and vegetables, the blender, like the juicing thing, because the nutrients and the proteins behind that is good with working out too. Right. You know what I mean? But when you personal trainer, do you tell them about juicing?
I do. That is not the first concept of fitness nutrition that I introduce, but it is one. And it depends on the person's background for their diet. Like some people are just not really about the smoothie life. So
I'm not about the smoothie life.
I try to make meal plans for people that they can follow and create a habit going forward.
So what that includes a lot of vegetables?
That includes, the first thing you got to do is incorporate vegetables and fruits.
Right.
You want to have fruits with your meals in the morning. And then once it gets to like lunchtime, that's when the fruits basically cut off because of the sugar content. You want to switch over to vegetables.
Right.
And start having those with every meal. Right. Having protein with every meal or snack that you're having, lean protein. And then for like a diet, like a fad diet, if you want a diet that's like for a couple weeks, you can try like a smoothie diet where you're having like 4 smoothies in one meal. Right. Or maybe all 5 smoothies. Or maybe 2 smoothies or something like that.
So for a big listener, for big people that's listening, what would you suggest for them?
Big people.
I'm saying no.
It's
like
time to
big.
change the topic subject right now.
People that's listening.
We're moving on. Your advice. All right, we're gonna talk about nutrition and all that stuff at the end, but right now, we're not gonna talk about that right now. I want to stay on the topic subject because every time we get past it, let me just start vetting my. You want to start pick up the calls? Dana's Real Talk.
Whoa.
You know what the audience is saying? The audience is saying you need to get a grip. Grow up. If you have a problem, go to him. Don't call my fucking show. Okay? You understand me? You a piece of shit, homegirl. Excuse me, everybody. I don't mean everybody to see that. I'm sorry. This is a
side chick syndrome.
Side chick syndrome. I apologize that you guys had to see that. I'm sorry about it, everybody. But when a woman doesn't get the hint, there's a problem with that, and I have a problem with that because honestly, I feel like it's a matter of self-esteem. Honestly, if a man does not want you, then you need to get a grip. Just like my girl D said, you have to get a grip. He doesn't want you.
And there's actually men outnumber women in the world. So
I want to talk about that, by the way, and I have a problem with that.
What?
I have a problem with that. How
women outnumber men?
Yes, but let me tell you what. It's a reality, but I have a problem with the fact. No, it's a reality, but we're gonna switch the topic subject in a minute.
Well, I just want to know, Jason, do you snore?
Do I snore?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
See, because right now you're cool, you're smooth, you work out, you're diesel, and Diana's already co-signs you're handsome and all of this and all that. So all our listeners, see, I want to know. For a brother like me to say, well, at least I don't snore. See, I gotta have something.
Right.
I gotta be able to one up you some kind of way.
No problem, bro.
See,
you're Cal. You're Cal.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody can up one you. You are Mr. Cal. Period. This show ain't nothing without Cal. Let me just real quick go back to what OG, one of my partners here, said. There's this thing going around that's saying, which is actually correct. It is saying how the number of women outnumber the number of men, right? To be honest with you, this is correct. This is true, right? One guy said to me, well, because I remember Brian called last week. I think he mentioned something like that too. Yeah. Don't be that guy, Brian.
Don't be that guy, Brian.
He said there's more women than men in this world. Hence the reason why it makes sense there are so many side chicks. right?
No. I wasn't saying.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just responding to something that somebody had said to me this week, and he had mentioned this. He said, women should be grateful to find a good man, a quality man. Listen, educated, great job, great personality. We should feel grateful to be with him because the fact that there is a shortage of men versus women, and that they shouldn't take it so personally if he has another woman in his life, because there is a shortage of men in this world.
That was prior to the dial tone.
Right, exactly. Because, I'm quick to hang up on somebody. And I thought to myself, I really had to stop and think, because I don't just take people's opinions and go, oh, screw you, whatever. I actually stop and I do vet it. I think about it. And I said, should that be a factor for us as women, on top of dealing with undercover gay men, on top of, men being bisexual, on top of men who don't want commitment? Should that be a factor? I don't mean to point at you like that, Jason.
No
but
it's your word.
but the point of the matter is should we feel grateful? The answer is no. You should not feel grateful if a man you shouldn't feel grateful if a man comes up to you and he wants to be with you and he has another woman. Absolutely not. If he has another woman, you don't even deal with him. Cut him off completely. While there are more men than women in this world, ladies, there's a man out there for you. You just got to keep believing in it. Don't be that girl that keeps calling my radio station embarrassing herself and fighting for somebody that don't want her.
Side chick syndrome.
Side chick syndrome, or ex-girlfriend beef, or whatever you want to call it. If a man understand that there's somebody for everybody out there, you should not settle just because a man actually used that as a pickup line for me. Well, there's more women than men. And I'm looking at him like, what?
Bad pickup line.
Are you
Come on,
serious?
man.
This can't be real.
You don't got no game.
He was that guy.
He was that guy.
He was that guy.
He was that guy. And he tried to convince me, and I'm a thinker. So I'm thinking, I'm sitting here across the dinner table like, does he have a point? The answer is no, he doesn't have a point.
Exactly, right.
And women, if a man comes on to you and says, my girl said, keep that L to the ex-girlfriend that keeps calling me. Keep that L, don't worry about it. But anyway, I think it's hysterical. But if a man comes up to you under any circumstance, if he has another woman, and I'm talking about if he lives with somebody, if he's committed to somebody, leave him alone. There are a lot of wonderful men out here. And I know a lot of you, the comments are coming up, where are they? I get it. They are there. I feel as a single woman that you have to prepare yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, and you have to have that faith to know that this is going to happen, not on your time, but on God's time. And I really believe that. I really believe that. And I believe in the time that you have while you are single, work on yourself. Work on yourself so that when the right person does come, it all connects and it makes sense. It's not work. It's not going to feel like work.
That's a fact.
You understand what I'm saying? So if somebody comes on you and says that there's more women in the world than men, agree with them. But you should not feel grateful for the fact that they're talking to you or they want to be with you. Now, if he is dating and he's dating successfully and you are dating him as well and you're dating, you're two adults. You two can make the decision to continue to see one another, understanding that everybody at the table is dating. That's okay because there's two adults making adult decisions to continue to see each other. I mean, but to that point, it's so funny you brought that up because it's everywhere now. Right. It's really everywhere, and the fact that a lot of men are using that as a pickup line is disturbing.
But I don't know about men using the pickup line. I'm just saying that just in general, a woman shouldn't be sweating her neck because there's so many other men out here. Why, according to your call, just go find another man. Like, it's like 100 to 1. Like, if that guy was all of that, then, imagine all the others that out here.
Right, exactly. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, ladies, even with that being said, being the majority in society, right? And if you're halfway together, smart, you know, your career is in order, you don't have to settle. You never have to settle. And Jason, I think you said the same thing with women. You don't have to settle.
Myself?
Right,
I don't have to
yourself.
settle for women, you're saying?
Like, you don't have to settle at all for just any type of woman.
Absolutely not.
No?
No, well, I mean, me personally, I believe that whatever I want in life, I need to become the kind of person to attract it. So if I want a woman that has goals like mine and we're like-minded, then I'm going to become a better version of that person myself. And then hopefully I'll be able to attract that person. But I'm not going to start getting nervous and going out of my way and searching for, like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do what I got to do, become a better version of myself. And then whatever I want, I will attract it.
So now let me ask you a question. With that being said, somebody just put up there, do men usually not commit because they're not financially stable?
Me personally, I take that viewpoint. Like, I don't want to be in a committed situation while I'm still struggling and working my way up to a certain point, because you know, you can't really enjoy life to the fullest like that. Right?
That's
you
true.
agree
Me
with
too.
that?
Me too.
Every guy in the room agrees with that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like because society feels that you're supposed to be the provider?
As a man, you are the provider. As a man, because that's you. A man, you thinking, you know, I'm going to provide for with bills, you know, certain things. So if you're not ready for her, you know, and you're struggling, you're just a problem for her because you're struggling.
As
So
we
once
discussed before, the male role in coming into the relationship, most men, I say of my age group, we feel we are obligated to provide security. So, be it financial, mental, emotional, physical, we are there to provide a form of security. And we want our mate to feel secure.
yes.
So,
And
At all
and
times.
a different perspective is that, because most of the women I've met, you know, are made, you know what I mean? They have their own, you know, throughout my life, you know, and it was always balanced, you know, to some degree. It was more like I just want to be ready on my end to handle my. So she's like, let's go take a cruise or something like. I'm
Right,
not
you
like,
want to be able to. Right.
I made it light a little first. You know?
But do you think that would do you think that's a good reason to not commit yourself, or to at least go after or pursue someone who's interested, knowing your financial situation? A woman is willing to, because I have a few of friends who talked to me about it just last night, how they met somebody and the guy is great. He doesn't have any money and he lives in his cousin's house on a couch. But she's still willing to support him through his goals and be there for him. Do you think, in your opinion as men, that this woman shouldn't do it? You think she should just wait?
If this guy got motivation, or if he looked like he's developing into being somebody, it's not a problem. But if he just laying on the couch playing Call of Duty and
Right,
all
like we were
that,
talking about,
yeah,
right.
that's a no-no. You know, if he's a lazy guy, he ain't trying to make no effort or trying to, you know, provide no motivation, you gotta go.
What's your opinion on that?
I agree with this gentleman here. I think that if he's a goal-driven guy and he's got like a plan, he's writing his goals down and he's doing something every single day, taking steps towards reaching his goal, then you should
not a problem.
stick by him and
it's not a
help
problem.
him and encourage him. It's not a problem. But if he's, you know,
Call of Duty,
NBA Live, 2K,
Yeah.
Right.
stand in the hood
Yeah.
on the block.
I mean,
the difference between the hand up and the hand out.
I agree completely, and I really don't think it should, because the fearless women and I, we always get called out. Oh, you know, you girls only like guys with money, or you guys, you know, I can't see you dating somebody who's broke, or, you know, we're all just women, right? We're all just women here, and there's like 80 of us in our crew. So it's not like we go out and say, if you don't have these standards, and I speak for a lot of women out there, if you don't have this, and this, some of us are willing to help get you to the next level, right? But to your point, you gotta show me something.
Motivation.
Right. You just can't show up and be like sitting there and not showing that you are moving to the next level. right? And to me, that takes a lot of courage as a woman to even do. But there has to be, you have to see something in that person. You have to be able to see it. Vice versa. When a man sees a woman who's not doing anything, but he sees her drive,
going
her
to nursing
goals,
school,
right? Going to school.
Yeah.
You know, it's that shouldn't deter you from being with her.
Well, truthfully, in a relationship, and this is Big Cal talking, in a relationship, you should always, in some way, inspire your partner to be the best they can be.
Agree.
Physically, mentally, whatever. And if it comes down to it, no matter if as the brother Jason was saying about working out, because all right, I work out, so now I inspire her to want to work out.
Right.
I inspire her to be
healthy.
person.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And that's the key to a good relationship. How you will inspire each other to bring the best out of yourselves. If you inspire him to sit there and play Call of Duty, Mom,
we have a problem, right? We have a problem.
She ain't got no motivation.
You're enabling
either.
this person to
She
not
don't
do
have no
anything or to
motivation
aspire
either.
for anything. And we're on that note, which is great. What about this? He or she is everything you wanted, but unattractive. Now what? And these are all real emails. These are all real messages that I'm getting. These are not like made up things. These are real.
I would have a question. I would have a question with that. What do you consider attractive?
Well, for instance, all right, and that's what I wanted to ask them, but I can't ask that one person because it doesn't pertain to everybody, right? So everybody has their wants, their needs of what they are aesthetically attracted to, right? Right? What you like and what you like and what you like and what you like are completely different.
Exactly.
So my thing is, the question was, if this person is attractive, unattractive, but they have the qualities and everything you wanted,
but they're unattractive.
but they're not attractive, do you continue to go out with them? Do you?
That means you've been catfished.
No. So let's say you're hanging out with the person and you just start liking them.
This is just me speaking for myself. But I would feel a person that you feel this person is unattractive. My question then is, how small is your mind? Because if a person
How small is your mind,
if
Cal
a person
said?
is giving you they're physically, they might not be physically or they're not.
The thing is, they're not physical at all.
They're not physically attractive.
They're not physically
But
attractive to that person.
Meanwhile, they appeal to every one of your other needs, and support you in all ways, shapes, and forms. But yet you can't get over their looks. How small is your mind? Because everything else you need is already being taken care of. You're just dealing with one aesthetic that really can come and go. Everybody's looks change over
That
the
is
years.
the truth.
And another thing
That
too,
is the truth.
a person could be unattractive and have a beautiful soul.
Right.
Their soul could be beautiful. You can relate to their soul. They unattractive, but everything else is a go. You know what I mean?
What about you? What do you think about that?
See, it's a little tough because usually the level of attraction is like the tone setter. It's like towards the beginning, right? So, if it's the other way around, and then over time you end up getting attracted to her mind, but still she's not your type, quote unquote your type. That's a tricky situation. I've been in it personally, and I was in a relationship with the person for a while, and we're not together anymore. It's not because of her looks, but you know, we have like one of the best friendships that I've ever had in my life. She's definitely inspiring.
Like you and your friend, right? The doctor.
Yes.
Right.
And I'm sorry to cut you off.
No problem, brother.
This was a friend, and this is back in the days when we were all into light-skinned chicks.
Ah,
You know, back in those days. And she was a chocolate. But now people they were all, oh, what about her? What about her? And everything else. But this one right here, she went on. Now I won't even say where she is now, but she believed in me more than I believed in myself. She encouraged me and inspired me to move forward and better myself. But
Jason's over here like he's preaching over here. He's like churching it over here.
Being a young ignorant dude myself, I'm like, yeah, well, I'm going everything accept the proper direction. Lo and behold, we linked back up later. She had gone on to get her degree in nursing, then extended that to a master's degree in nursing, because she teaches nursing, and is currently becoming a doctor. And when I speak to her, she still sits and says, well, hey, how do you feel about it? She still values my opinion. My dynamics, because I inspired her to accomplish what she's accomplished. So this being said, as we looked at what was attractive to us back then, was not necessarily what was truly beautiful back then, or truly beautiful now. Because back then, I know a light-skinned friend who has 5 different kids, 4 different kids, 4 different fathers. Yet, and not with any one of them. So, and she was light-skinned.
I mean,
that dime piece.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Being a single girl out here, it can be somewhat.
Let me interrupt you, Diana. You're single by choice.
By choice. Thank you,
That's
Cal.
key.
I'm single by choice, definitely, without a doubt. And me personally, I don't know if it's because, and this might seem a little shallow, but I really believe that being physically attracted to somebody is really important.
Very much so.
I do. I don't think it's the breaking point, but I like to look at something that I like looking at, and it might not be what everybody else likes, but I think aesthetics is important.
Yes. I mean,
But I'm Superman lover, so that shit don't matter.
No cursing. No cursing.
No, you was dropping the F-bomb.
Did I?
It is.
Just so y'all know, our new mantras up here that we added was, you pull up, we pull out.
That's right.
So you dig? You pull up, we pull out.
And that's to all you callers that think you're going to call up in here and take over the show. Y'all got it completely twisted. Genesis Radio is the beginning, baby. Don't get it twisted, and we'll end it.
And we winning.
And
We
And we winning.
So hold up. You got the phone off the hook?
yeah.
they want to keep going.
Okay, so let me just I'm gonna interrupt a little bit. I'm gonna go into this really quickly. The man of the hour just showed up, and I'm gonna keep you up to date. So there's a girl who keeps calling here, and she's upset over our conversation last week because I told a story that was told to me, Jason, from a guy who I went on a date with, who I was seeing, right? And she's the ex-girlfriend.
Okay, my ex-girlfriend's a hoe. Okay.
Let's wrap on it.
She can't seem to get over him. And I get it. They were together supposedly for 6 years, right? She's in love with the guy.
Okay.
But he dumped you 6 months ago, sis. Or whatever. And he had a baby by a different woman in the interim. The scrap iron had a baby. So my whole thing is this, and then he went on a date with me and started seeing me. Why are you mad at me?
Right?
Ladies in the house, if any of you guys listen,
Don't be that
Chick.
Don't be that chick.
and she's calling the studio like it means something to me. It means nothing to me. And not that I don't care about your feelings, but I don't care about your feelings, homegirl. Get over it.
We're all out of F's together.
Get out your feelings.
Right. Get out your feelings.
Get out
Like
your
it's
feelings.
over. Like
Take
she doesn't
that
even
L.
she
You
doesn't
should let her
even take
call
that
and
L.
bring her on the air so we could
Yeah,
chop
you
it up
should. Yeah.
and bring some
But you
clarity
can't
to
chop
her.
it up with garbage.
I
Aren't you the one who said it?
Hey, man.
Sometimes he said it the best.
Yeah,
You
but-
can't talk sense to nonsense.
But we said earlier, anybody could get it today.
Oh, today's
And today's not the
day.
day.
Anybody.
It's ironic. She came in here fired up, all ready to go.
Yeah.
We had already started early.
See, my
We was
crew.
on it early. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we was like anybody.
Anybody
could
can
get
get
it. Yeah, we was.
And my
already-
thing is,
that was our
homegirl, if he
mindset.
doesn't want you, why do you continuously fight for him? What is the point
She's
with
a
it?
stalker. She's
Yeah,
crazy.
she is a stalker.
She's an
She's
idiot.
emailing me.
She's probably young.
just, it's too much. No, actually, she's older than me.
Oh my gosh.
She's older than me.
Well, introduce her to Jason.
Oh, wait, I can introduce you to Jason.
insecure.
You know, hey, look,
Jason's like, I don't need those problems.
hey, look, just like
Jason smack over the waist.
sports teams. They trade players and whatnot. Just do a little. Y'all did a little trade. You got Hus. She got Ed. You know.
Right.
I'm helping you
Jason's
out.
a player to be named later. You ever heard the term in baseball? They traded
Jason,
him for
what do you think about the caller that's calling in?
She did not sound at all in any way, shape, or form to be my type whatsoever.
Why?
She ain't your sandwich, huh?
So I'm gonna pass immediately on that.
Okay.
Well, what did she sound like that wasn't?
She
$10
sounded
bad roll?
hostile, angry, insecure, and just poor stress
Low
management.
self-esteem.
She sound like 3 numbers.
Yeah.
730.
What does that mean?
No, thank you.
7:30.
Mentally handicapped.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
7:30. She got low
Damn.
self-esteem.
Wow, how about that?
I mean, listen. Here's a public service message to you, sweetheart. And I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody when I get on stage, when I'm on my speaking at my events, and all these women, I want you to understand you have to love yourself. You got to get over this guy, do something, stay in the Bible, baby, because the Bible is the blueprint to your happiness. You, Miss Thing, stay off the pipe. Stay off the pipe and stop living that crackhead life. I need you to really start loving yourself, tapping into some really good stuff. Go to work out. I want you to meet with Jason. Jason will help you with your anger management. Right? Honestly.
How you do them squats?
Have me doing them squats.
Answer that phone. Maybe answer that phone. Answer
That's
that
her.
phone. Go, we're gonna talk to her. We're gonna just
But this ain't about her show, though.
Lord have mercy.
hey, you hello? Who there? We can't hear you.
Hello? Hello?
You on Genesis Radio?
You on Genesis Radio. What's going on? Who's calling?
Okay, first of all,
Just don't curse.
I'm gonna let it be known. I'm gonna let it be known since your girl wants to front for all her fans. Like,
No. You know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do, sweetheart. By the way, everybody knows who you are. You are not going to give you the airways. You know why we're not going to give you the airways? Because you're ignorant. Not even Jason will date you. And he's a nice guy. So, I mean, here's a problem. Everybody in here is looking at you like you hostile, and you making it look bad for all our
Messing up
sisters
the
out
show.
here. He don't want you no more. He does not want you. Oh, wait, we got Cal here. Cal, I'm going to give Cal your phone number. He's the next baby daddy.
I'm in the mercy, Coochie.
Cal, you know what? You ain't nothing. I'm going to give you Cal's phone number. Or Lorenzo.
No, you won't.
Lorenzo, you single?
Nah.
Wait, OG is single?
Nah.
Jason,
I'm not.
say
No.
hi. Say hi.
Hello. How you doing?
Hey, girl.
What is it exactly you want to say?
You gotta love it here, Genesis Radio.
Genesis Radio. We get
I
them
can
all.
hear you. You can
Nothing
talk to me.
We get the crazies.
You want to talk to me?
Nothing scripted here.
Genesis Radio.
We give it up.
Okay.
We give less than
My name is Jason.
You pull up, we pull out.
Jason
That's
is my
right.
name.
That's right.
Cal is over there.
We
I'm Jason.
winning.
Oh, she want to speak to
Sure,
Cal?
me? No, not me.
She gotta go through Karen to get to Cal.
No, nobody want to go through her.
I'm the Rex Whisperer. I'm Cal
You know
Rex
what?
Whisperer.
Y'all messing up the show. Y'all messing up the show.
Look, you put that baggage in here. You know what I mean? Them demon seeds.
No, let me tell you something. That's why you got to be careful who you date. And you got to be careful with the baggage they bring.
Hey, look, you remember that thing I
Ask
tagged you in that post?
questions.
Where they was talking about, with women, that every man that done slide up in you, they leave a piece of their little
They
DNA
leave it.
with
Oh
you.
my God.
You know what I mean?
You know
they done
that.
leave some with you.
So
Ain't that
what
real?
Terry said, every man that slides up in you, I hate to use that term, but every man that sleeps with you leaves a piece of their DNA
DNA
in you. And do you know a very close personal friend of mine, after you and I spoke, she said to me, no wonder I've been having nightmares.
That's
right.
Do you know how scary that made?
right.
I was like, wow, I started praying on her.
Because
Because
Michael Jackson Coochie, we are the world.
Poor
She
Jason.
telling a whole story, a whole dialogue.
That's right.
yo.
Well, sometimes people just need to talk. Because,
Leah, let it
Look,
out.
you don't-
Let it out, baby. Let it out.
Cry on my shoulder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
you don't want to jump out the
She
building.
crying on your shoulder.
Right, and I know you're gonna make her jump out the building.
Yeah. You know,
Terry would
Oh,
make her commit
definitely. Me
suicide
too.
today, and we don't want to do that on the
Me
show,
I'll pull up, we pull out.
Definitely.
right? So I mean, y'all keep forgetting I got 5-6
The
big brothers in
maintenance
here.
crew.
I got
The
goons brothers in
maintenance
here.
We don't start it.
Goon.
We damn sure end it.
We considered the maintenance crew.
Right.
And now Jason.
Housekeeping.
That's right.
Jason, poor Jason, got to deal with the crazies. We're gonna continue on with the show because guess what?
Quiet Storm White. I see
No
you.
ex-girlfriend,
Yolanda, I
no
see
baby
you.
mama,
Mighty
no
Chicken,
angry
T-Dog,
ex-girlfriend's
I
gonna
see
take
you.
over this damn show. We're gonna keep it moving
Keep it
because this
moving.
is Genesis Radio show. Darren is Real Talk.
Go on to the next thing.
The next thing that we wanted to talk about, we were talking about, does it matter if the person is aesthetically good looking, attractive or not, and do we continue to date them? Personally, I say date the person,
Love you, Mom.
right? And just, you never know what it'll turn out to be.
Well,
you
you know
never
what?
know what it'll turn out to be.
Suffer in silence.
Everybody got a sandwich.
Right, everybody got, right,
Everybody
right.
got a sandwich, right? But sometimes you need to change your sandwich because that ain't your sandwich.
Ooh.
You know, everybody got a type. That's your type. You like that type, but
But
that's
see,
not
sometimes,
your type.
yeah, but sometimes if you continuously choose the same type of
It's-
person
it's
and it's
same
blown
person
up in your
over
face,
Same sandwich.
then it's time to change sandwiches,
That's
switch
right.
sandwiches.
But I tell you what.
Uh-oh.
One day. Right.
I'm into intelligence
Good.
gathering. I like
So
to-
listen,
I like
listen.
intelligent
We're
conversation.
gonna figure
No,
out a
not that
way
type.
to give you guys the platform to express yourselves. However, today is not necessarily the day for that to take place. So as soon as it's appropriate, we will allow you to vent, and then we can bring facts to the table and handle it like that. But right now is not the time.
See,
okay?
she need to call at the 12 o'clock hour,
Right.
so that way we can talk about Diana together.
Okay,
Right,
so
exactly.
Listen, this is what you
Tell
do.
her to call at 12 o'clock
week,
next
call,
Saturday.
Next week, call at 12 o'clock.
Call at
Next
12
week,
o'clock.
call at 12 o'clock.
Tell
12
them
o'clock,
TP.
and we can air this out.
Meet with Jason.
Lay on
Not right
TP's
now.
couch.
Jason Mandela.
Oh, lay on
Way to go,
TP's
bro.
couch.
Huh?
Jason Mandela. Way to go.
I like that.
Lay on TP's couch. We're gonna make a new
It was
show.
nice talking to you though, and we'll talk more next week at 12.
We love
okay?
you. Stay
Have a great
spirited.
weekend.
See you,
Stay
baby.
positive.
Peace.
He don't
See
want
that?
you no more.
Say, now be nice. Nice.
No, seriously, I want to say to her, God bless her.
Okay.
Honestly, God bless her. I'm
If
gonna
she goes
pray
and
for her.
jumps off a bridge, you're not gonna.
No,
feel
we're not
good
gonna.
about
She's
yourself.
not gonna jump off a bridge.
I'm on the phone with the Nobel Peace Prize people.
Jason,
He
Jason,
get
you
nominated.
did really well. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
You're welcome.
I really
Yeah.
appreciate
There
it.
you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Listen,
She was,
You did a great.
Hey, look.
non-stop.
So,
Yeah, I know.
And there was somebody else there too.
because she was in
At the end, somebody else. When I was getting lost, somebody else started coming in.
we want to know something. We find out, you know, you creeping late at night. All of you was all up in some joker's DM.
I promise I wasn't.
Tell about what you do.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep it a
Hey, look,
thousand.
what you wearing?
No, let me open up. You know what? That's why I hate big brothers. The truth of the matter is this. This guy came to me under the mask. Well, I wouldn't say mask. He came under this, but he kept it real with me. He said, look, I have a stalkish ex-girlfriend.
crazy.
She tried to run me down on Richmond Avenue, and his mother came to come get him, because she was going to kill him. This is what his mother told me, and he told me. And I said, okay, well, at least you telling me what's going on. Are you guys still together? You still sleeping? Not at all. I want to do with her with or without you. I'm never going to see her again. A.
Okay.
So that was one thing. But then, in between their breakup, he had a baby by a jump off.
Okay.
Scrap Iron got pregnant.
He reckless.
He's reckless.
Yes.
But he said he said he took, you know, he was careful about it, but things happen. Whatever. So
Don't
you
let her
know,
buy the condoms, bro.
so you know, I'm not even seeing the guy anymore. Like, I'm not even seeing him at all. It was just a matter of me getting to know the person. It didn't work out. Now what? Why are you calling me?
How did she get the
'Cause-
number?
Because she's stalking the show. And it's okay.
It's okay.
Because
And-
honestly,
we'll
we're
take him in
about
the
love. We're about love here.
Genesis Radio, man.
Things happen sometimes.
Right. I mean,
got stalkers
look, it's all
too.
about love here, baby. And you know what? She's a woman. She's a woman, and I'm going to empower her by saying this. If you're still listening, sweetheart, I need you to understand. I understand how you're feeling. You're in pain. I know rejection never feels well. I understand that. And I know it can't be easy, the fact that he went on a date with me. It can't be easy, and I get that. But I want you to understand.
But the part Diana ain't telling her is that he dumped her. So, you know, he dumped Diana because he said, you know, Diana's just too damn much to deal with. You know?
Yeah, he dumped me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dumped me.
All I got
If that
to
makes
say-
you feel any better.
All I got to say is this is Big Cal. And I just want you to let you know, baby. Much appreciation.
Cal,
But
she
just
asked
don't
for
be that chick.
Don't be that chick.
Wait, Cal, she
Hold
asked
up,
for
hold
you,
up.
Cal.
Hey, what you hit with the float on? My name is Cal. Very.
Right? That's what you sound like,
Yeah,
Cal.
but see, I gotta finish that statement. My name is Cal, and I live in the Poconos, and I've got plenty of guns.
Oh.
Cal, she did ask for you, though.
Yeah, she could ask.
She
Yeah,
did
that's
ask for
right.
Cal,
That's what you
and then
got.
she got
And
Jason.
that's why she could give the police that description. Big black guy, a lot of guns.
Jason was
She
like,
gonna give that description about the whole crew if that's
he
the
was like,
case. So Jason, thank you so much. You are
Oh, my
now
pleasure.
officially a part of the family. Thank you
That's
so
right.
much.
It's all love,
He
It's
took,
all love.
he took one for the team.
You took one for the team. These doors are always welcome to you.
Good.
Sure.
Thank you.
I mean, he came all the way from the Bronx for this. He's like,
And
really?
Bruh, you see, Big Cal can be in the background talking,
Yeah.
but you was next to Diane
He
looking all
fine.
hot and
Fr-
Handsome and
front and center, right?
Yup, so she
see,
know
that's
what
the
it look
thing.
like.
That's the thing. So you know when you have a good-looking man, a fine man telling you, baby, calm
She
down.
gonna kill your cat.
She gonna be like, wait a minute, let me get the focus over Diana. Let me figure out how to get to him. So at the end of the show, I want you to share how to find you on
That's right.
social
Give
media.
them all your information. Where you at? So they know, man.
She in the crib right now making Cuckoo and Jason signs. You don't go in there,
and about to eat up.
Cuckoo and Jason forever.
She's eating a bowl of
You pull up,
cuckoo.
we pull out.
Right. Understand, you know. Listen, baby, honestly, it's all love. It was an experience that, you know, that happened,
But
and I
hold
want to
on.
support you.
Let me ask you something. How your girlfriend Brenda doing?
Brenda is doing really well. She actually met somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She met somebody,
find out.
and she's doing
Go
really
Brenda.
well.
Go
Hold on.
Brenda.
Let me find out.
By the way, the baby daddy who tried to play her the way he did and doesn't
Right.
support the kid, he's in jail again.
Well, you know what? It is what it is. You know.
Yeah.
He went home.
Shout out to Fleece Johnson.
Listen, we gotta stop doing this. This is a positive radio show. I'm gonna step away for a second. Jason, will you mind doing me a favor and take over the first subject? And guys, can you guys help him along the way? I'm just gonna step out for a second. The question is it possible to be friends with an ex without having sex? I'm gonna step away for a second. Go ahead, Jason.
Go ahead, Jason. You got the floor. Go ahead. The mic is all yours.
Okay, my brothers.
Alright.
Is it possible to be friends with an ex without having sex? I'm going to start with brother to the right.
Oh, absolutely. Because I'm friends with all my exes.
Yeah,
You know?
I
And
hear
yeah, we can be friends.
you. Okay.
Just not up in my area everyday friends.
Right.
You know what I mean?
right.
But
with
you know,
balance.
yeah, you know.
Friends with boundaries.
You want to come by the house and have a bite to eat and hang out? We can do all that, but you know,
You got friends with benefits, friends with
Yeah.
boundaries.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I keep a smash card.
Well, he keeps a smash card.
I got
That's your next baby daddy over there.
Yo,
You know?
basically, majority all my exes is friends, man.
Yeah.
Majority all of them. We good friends too.
All my exes are friends with somebody else.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in touch with all my exes. I'm not all of them, but like, I have some that listen to the big supporters of Genesis Radio, and I mean, we haven't talked in like
Yeah, my
10 years. But you know, exes are
you.
good. They
Yeah.
because if you treat people right, and you know, I don't have too many bad history with people, but
If you don't go out on
Hi,
bad
William.
yeah.
My
you
exes,
go out on good
I mean, I went out on bad
William.
terms, but it was bad. It's always bad terms. when you break up.
Well, I'm gonna ask you, Jason, because you a young bull. You know what I mean? You know.
He's a youngin'.
I
You're a
haven't been called
youngin'.
young in a long time.
Yeah, you're a young
That's
bull,
pretty
right?
good.
So guess what? You know,
club.
times are different now. You know what I mean? So, well, from your perspective, what would you do?
Okay, well, you see, I'm from Brooklyn, right? So I moved to Bronx from Brooklyn at the age of 30. And when I came to the Bronx, I really was like focused on goals that I had at the time. Still focused on goals, just different goals. And making new male friends was not something I was about to try and do, right? So basically I had like women I was dating, and then they turned into my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, once I finish dating them,
Becoming my
date somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
then they become my friend, and then I just have friends that are females. So
Mhm.
basically my closest friends, you can say right now, are like exes.
Okay.
Wow.
Whoever's comfortable
Hey.
with that.
You got a lot of female friends to be. Sometimes it's better than male friends.
Of course, the
sometimes,
female
you
perspective
know?
is key.
Yeah.
My exes are
Okay.
examples of something a road I'm not going down again.
I agree.
You got a
Listen,
lot of
I'm
male
not going to be
friends that
friends.
be hating on
There's
them.
only a couple of exes that I've had. One of them is Lenny. Lenny, I got your text earlier. And there's another one. Is it Lenny? What else? I think I only have like one friend who I can rely on each and every time. You know, like I could literally, if I get pulled over, if my tire busts or whatever, there's always that one ex that's willing to help. The problem is with a bunch of the exes that I deal with is that they always want to come back in some shape or form, and that's why I refuse to have exes as best friends or friends.
Well, most of the time they be salty though. You know, 'cause
Yeah, and
a lot of my exes they salty.
see, you and I have
Salty.
very similar experiences.
Salty.
You know, they're very like I find that, you know, once you break up with somebody and you know, they can't seem to see you in another relationship or see you happy
Kind of like
or
Psycho Bob the Killer.
yeah, but that's my like that. That's my
Psycho
ex
Bob the
too. Like I don't
The thing
experience
is,
that.
man, I'll say this. You are a realist. You're a realist.
Mhm.
And what happens from a male perspective, you tell brothers the reason why you're cutting them loose.
Right?
And brothers, being a man myself, we can't wait to let you know how I've done better. Look at me now. Look at me now.
Yeah.
So those exes, they're coming to show you, hey, look what you gave up. I'm better now. Don't you want me? And if you don't, they still feel unaccomplished.
See, that's the problem with me, and I wish I didn't have this problem.
Well,
Maybe you
sometimes
guys can help me.
When you're a hard act to follow,
Right.
it
Well,
is what
that's
it is.
and that's the
Yeah.
problem.
It is
It's
what it
like,
is.
you know, once I break up with somebody, have I ever I've never gone back. Have you?
See, you're the one that got away.
Yeah. My ex's sister and mother said that, you know. Can you go back to somebody you broke up with?
No. Because if I left for a reason, you know. So that reason is still there, most likely. So.
But what if the person does actually change?
No, I'm good.
After you leave middle
Basically,
school,
Basically,
your personality is defined. You pretty much
basically you're saying that they had
Anyway.
their chance.
That's it.
It's true.
Yeah, like once I'm mentally checked out, and
Yeah,
then
they had their
on to something
chance,
else,
yeah.
I often say, my mom taught me to walk as a baby. She taught me how to walk frontwards, never backwards. So once it's a wrap, wish you the best. God love you. God keep you. But I got to go.
Got to go.
Could be friends.
Yeah.
Could be friends, maintain a friendship, but not going back for that.
And then
I actually do have a very close ex-boyfriend who I love. I truly love.
You know, some
but I
exes
look at
turn
him
out
as
to be good
family.
friends.
Yeah,
Real
Doug
good
Allen.
friends.
I think that Doug listens every once in a while, but his name is Doug, and there's like honestly nothing I would not do for him because I actually do love him. But he and I just could not be in a relationship. Our relationship was beautiful, but I don't know what happened. But if he calls me right now, I would jump. Definitely. I mean, so I guess it is possible to be friends with an ex. The problem is once you meet somebody and you're in a new relationship and they feel threatened by that and you are in love with the person or you are serious about the person, you have to really let the people that you know, your exes know that, look, I love you, but I really can't communicate with you because it's making my man or my woman uncomfortable. Again, like we always say, you're the one in charge of how your relationship turns out. You got to take accountability. You're the one who has to leave because that's your ex, not theirs. Right. So if it makes my new person uncomfortable, then a conversation has to be had. But if the person is really your friend, they'll understand.
And truth be told, as you just said, a mature, responsible person should appreciate the fact that you stood up emotionally and had held them down.
Right.
Hey, I appreciate and respect what we had, what we shared. However, this is me now, and I don't want to disrespect my partner for that.
Right. Agree. Totally.
So talk about that undercover one, man. That undercover topic.
Oh wait. So you want to talk about something grimy?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get into it. You ready to get into it, Jason?
You ready? I'm ready. Right now.
The BX.
Let's do it.
But no, but here,
Brooklyn,
BK. But
Brooklyn.
here's the thing. We're gonna talk about
Respect
something
them both.
extremely.
Right, there you go.
Now here's the thing. Jason is Jamaican. Let's start by saying that.
Lord, son. All right.
So this topic on the way here, we were talking about it, and it's a lot more sensitive to him and his culture, because Jamaican men, in general,
Call them Bate boy.
right, the older generation is particularly have a problem with that. So the question is, oh God, what did I just say?
Well,
Oh, it says some of y'all are worried about baby mamas, which I'm not worried about, when you need to be thinking if he has a boyfriend.
real talk. Why are y'all even having that conversation? Because if he has a boyfriend, he
Nope.
wouldn't been checking for you in the first place.
Nope. That's not
Let me
it.
tell you, man,
That's
Cole.
not it. That's not it. And I'm gonna tell you what it is. From a woman's perspective that's out dating, the perspective is this. We're so and to be honest with you, it exists. Ladies, it exists. Undercover men exist. Bisexual men exist. They may not tell you up front, but when you're out here dating, right? Even when you're married, you got to be, you got to be cognizant of these things. And unfortunately, a lot of women have to deal with a lot of pressure when it comes to being with a man. For instance, broke, no goals, that guy. Now you got to deal with no motivation. Now you got to deal with, is he gay?
Let me tell you a secret.
So Jason and I, and let me just start by saying really quickly, I dated somebody. I'm not going to say his name. He's very well known, right? He's on television. I dated somebody, and Jason and I were talking about it on the way here. And I said, well, Jay, how do we know if there are tendencies? And we started talking about it, and from a straight male's point of view, and from my point of view, and what I experienced with this one particular guy, I was like, damn, there were red flags, and you don't know it because you're trying to be understanding, right? But there are clear signs.
Diane, let me give you a red flag. If you're in the house and you smack him on the butt, and he don't say, the hell you doing, or stop, if he don't say that, you gotta check that out. All men, if you smack, yo, what you doing? Don't do that.
Right.
That's a real man.
Do you agree?
Yeah, that's a real man.
How about if she tries to what if she tries to touch your butt? If she tries to go behind you and do something behind you?
That's a no-no.
That's a no-no.
Like humping on you from the back, that's a no-no. Yeah.
Huh?
That's what. If she tries something like that, that's going to tell her she can take a punch.
Oh,
If
yeah.
she do something like that, I might swing. I might swing first.
Yeah.
What do you do? Bop.
You know what?
Well,
If
here's
you
the
in
thing, and
bed-
the truth of the matter is, either we want to admit it or not. Dan is real talk. We tell it like it is, and sometimes, we're not here to make friends. I just tell it like it is. And the thing is, there are a lot of undercover dudes. I respect the dudes that come out and say, "Listen, I'm bisexual." I respect a man that can do that. I'm not gonna date you,
Right. So it'd be all right.
but I respect a man that would do that as a human being, like be a human being, a correct human being. Like for instance, a lot of trannies out there that look better than us, but they do have a penis. And I think it's only fair if you're spending time with these men out here to avoid you getting killed, or getting hurt. Tell the person, listen, just so you know, I live an alternative lifestyle, and this is my lifestyle, and go from there. Because I'll admit something that I shouldn't admit, but I saw the Jerry Springer show today, and the tranny came on, and she told the guy, "You knew I was a man. You knew I was a man." And he was like, "I'm not down with that." Jerry was like, "Well, if you slept with that person, you are down with it. Either you want to admit it or not." Some guy in the crowd came down the stairs, and he was like, first he said, "I don't know why you allow him to treat you this way, because I could treat you better." And the crowd was like, look at Jason's face. He comes down the stairs, and he gives the tranny a kiss on the mouth and says, "I'll see you after the show." But guess what? I respect him. I respect the fact that he is secure in himself to say, this is what I'm attracted to. Right. It may not be what society wants us to believe or wants us to do, But you know what? Screw society. I mean, honestly, even being a feminist, if I allowed society to dictate how I feel, how I look, how I think, how I walk, if I allow society, if I allow Steve Harvey's, if I allow these people to dictate, we'll all be in trouble. We'll be right back in the 40s and the 30s, women. So as far as I'm concerned, the LGBT community has done something that black folk need to do. Stick together.
Stick each other.
No, not stick each other, stick together and build and grow. They have done something that as a society is very difficult to do, but they do it and they stick together.
Yes.
I don't want to get off topic, but I'm just saying
flags.
the red flags. Let's talk about the red flags.
If your makeup is being missing, your panties and bras is being missing.
Well, they
the
talked
Adam's
about that.
apple,
They talked
you could be
about
able
that.
to tell with the Adam's apple, that's a red.
No. We're not talking about transy. We're talking about your man being straight up bisexual or gay.
Start doing
Word of the
female
sign.
things. Start
I
doing
got a
female
What's the
traits.
sign?
More interested in anal sex than conventional sex.
All the time.
More interested in like all the time, like that. More so, that is a definite sign.
So if your man wants to have anal sex with you all the time,
Right.
and not vaginal sex,
Right.
that's a sign.
Yeah, like all the time, and there could be even instances where he just go up in there and then that'll be it for the night. Like, how does that even happen, right?
Yeah.
Right.
True story. That's true.
To me,
I
that's
can't.
red flag number one.
That is a red flag.
Number one.
I
That's
can't
true.
relate to that, but that's a huge red flag.
Touch your man on his butt and see the reaction.
That's another sign. That's another
See the
red
reaction.
flag.
Even when you having sex and you touch him on the butt and he don't give you that reaction, because some is like, whoa, you probably lose the feeling. Me, I lose the feeling if you touch me on my butt. No, I'm like, oh, what you doing?
Right.
Womp, womp, womp.
I mean, I just, we talked about that. Anal sex.
With me,
Or how about if they don't want to have sex at all with you?
It could be, but it's not necessarily.
See, because that a lot of times can be something psychological. You might just be
Done with you.
done, or just having so much other things.
Pressure.
going on. Yeah.
Right.
Another
But
chick.
to me,
He said another chick.
Somebody else was a chick.
to me, I mean, being able to tell if a person has that tendency or is in that way, it would more or less be a situation of the way he conducts and carries himself. His opinions.
I agree.
His opinions and views.
I agree.
Are always somewhat of a
Female tendency.
Feminine ways.
Feminine.
and
Feminine ways.
If you look at his views, when we talk about the
LGBT.
LGBT, ABCDFG, and we speak about these things, if he's always taking a defensive, aggressive stance, it's like, what's
Yeah,
going on with
that
you?
too. That aggression.
Somebody's calling in. Hold on. Dan is Real Talk. Real Talk.
You on the check-in, Big Renzo.
What up? Who that?
What up, baby?
Hi, this is Diana's Real Talk. How can we help you?
Calling in on the check-in for my man, Big Ren.
Oh, okay. Do you want to speak about any of the topic subjects?
I didn't hear him, so
Oh, so say hi. We're going to hang up.
What is that? Who that?
Thank you for calling.
Who is that?
Do me a favor, people. When you call into the studio, let's stick to the topic subjects. 888-304-4401. If you want to say hi, that's great. Thank you very much. But, get to it quickly. We don't have that kind of time.
Say what you mean what you say, people.
That's right. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Or you get to talk to Jason.
Unless your name is Barbara. Barbara the Nut.
Damn. So, okay, yeah, so there are clear indications. Like, there was one that said they're too touchy-feely with other men. I've never experienced that, but...
See,
That's true, too.
I say this to say, I know people, men and women, on that
Janice,
side.
Real Talk.
yeah, hi.
You can keep talking.
Make a comment.
Sure, hi, please. Hi, I'm sorry, who is this?
It's Mr. Davis.
Mr. Davis, how are you? What topic subject are you talking about? Are you calling
I
about?
don't know, because I know there's probably a delay because I'm watching your show.
and the topic that you guys are talking about is how do you tell if a man is on a DL? So I think you guys are missing some of the points. A lot of it is who's his friends, who the people that he hang out with.
That's a good one.
All right. Unfortunately, some of the things might be what kind of messages he receives on his phone. You know, maybe even sometimes he doesn't. It's no different than him cheating with another woman. He doesn't come home. He's always hanging out late.
Yeah,
but
Mr. Davis, are there clear indications that he's bisexual or gay, or does that mean he's just hanging out and doing his? He might be have a side chick. You know, what clear indications? For instance, my crew have mentioned, you know, if he only wants to have anal sex all the time and that's it, or if he's too touchy-feely with other men. You know, I understand where you're coming from, and I think where you could see a clear indication is if you go on social media and you see a lot of men who appear to be gay on his social media, and you guys are not mutual friends. That's something to pay attention to. I mean, because I know
very secretive, very secretive. You know what's so funny? The crazy thing is, someone on a DL has some of the same characteristics as someone that's cheating.
That's what you
That
just
is
said.
true.
That's what you just said.
Some of the same characteristics. It's just that they're with men. All right, they listen. At home, they could probably play it off better than everyone else because they're people that cheat are the biggest actors or actresses. You know, when my man said there when his girl smacks him on the butt, listen, if he overreacts, that could be a sign.
You know, didn't we talk about this on the way here? Homophobic or acts
Bingo.
Highly sensitive to that type of behavior. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Davis.
Oh, but listen, I'm glad I didn't call it earlier because I've been watching the show since y'all started, and oh my God, there was really so much to say, and you know, but some of you guys hit some of it, but then you guys missed some of it too.
So Jason wants to know your sexual orientation.
I'm a heterosexual.
There you go.
Actually, I'm what they call metro because I like getting pampered as far as getting my feet done, and you know, I get my eyebrows done and stuff.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, but now everyone has a different name for it. But no, I'm a straight up man.
Yo, Big Gal, I'm telling you, bro. You just being smooth. That's what it is. You being smooth.
Taking care of your body.
Exactly.
You're breaking up a little.
They said you're just taking care of yourself, which is great.
Correct.
I agree. I happen to agree with you. Mr. Davis, thank you very much. Hey, Mr. Davis, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
How do you feel about an ex that won't get over the guy who dumped her?
First of all, and I'm going to keep it 100, like you really say, real talk. First of all, that's not the woman. That's not the woman's place. All right? First of all, she's supposed to contact the dude that brought the drama to her. She ain't supposed to be getting involved in that woman-to-woman combat. She's supposed to contact the dude that brought the crazy chaos to her. All right? And he's supposed to handle that. The girl that first of all, especially when it comes down to women empowerment, you as a woman know some of the things that you've been put through with someone you have dated that you have left. Mm-hmm. All right? So no telling, if she's been with that brother for 6 years, no telling what he put her through, no telling how much lies and how much deceit that he done put her through. And let's keep it real. We might tell the next chick that we're not boning her, but he might still be hitting it. All right? But now look at this. And you said after he broke up with her, he had another baby.
Yeah, he had a baby with the jump off.
And then even after that, he told you whatever he wanted to tell you, and then you went out with him. All right? So, the cat got game, and he's doing his thing. And all he's doing is taking on victims.
True story.
All right? So just like you fell in it, everyone else, there's other females that are falling into it neither. He's not stopping. He has no need to. Because like you said, his game is tight. He had to be tight in order to get you.
Yeah, but you wasn't no victim, D.
No, I wasn't no. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jason.
They was victims. She wasn't.
I wasn't no victim. I actually, I figured it out and was like.
She could have been a victim because he said the same thing he said to everyone else in the beginning.
No, see, I agree with you. I could have been a victim, but it depends on the type of the caliber of women that you're talking to. So a certain caliber of woman can't be a victim to that type of dude because there are too many red flags. So you exit before the victimization even becomes clear or possible, rather. So, but I think you're right. I think the fact that his game, he's got game. Do you think he's got game, Jason?
I would say so. It seems
the
like
fact
that.
he got you on a date means he had game.
He got in your personal space, so you had to have something. You had to be bringing something to the table.
He got you to
get
come out.
Homie, right?
Damn, y'all making me feel like
got you to come out.
But you know, see, that's another thing. You guys are making me feel like I'm undateable. Like,
nah,
if he got you out, then
no. What he's saying is,
certain people set the.
Nah, the kid got game. Listen, he got game, and like you said, he was with her.
He's right. He said I set the bar, and my bar is pretty high.
And he reached that bar.
He didn't cheat on her. Chances are he did, based on his character. So no telling what he put her through to make her crazy. I mean, we've all been in relationships where we were with someone and they just did all kinds of stuff and we tried to put up with it until it just made us angry. And then we left. But by that time, we already were emotionally damaged because of it.
Shout out to all the ladies who give it up on the first date.
You know what, Terry?
Don't make me
How
wait.
about that, Diana? You know what I'm talking about, right? Diana know what I'm talking about. Yeah, right? She know what I'm talking about.
We have these conversations all the time. It's like, is it okay?
I'm leaving now.
Yeah, thank you. You start trouble and then you leave. It's terrible. But Mr. Davis, thank you. I really appreciate it. But one thing I will, will constantly say is, the ex-girlfriends, the baby moms should definitely not reach out to the women. I agree with you. No. They should take care of it with the man because that's who you started with. That's who you ended with. Keep it with the man. Don't bring it to anybody else because I know I wouldn't.
And then the woman that's receiving it early in the game, and you just met the guy, and you just, not you per se, Diane, but for a woman that just met a guy and she's already experiencing drama on this sort early, you'd be a fool to stay.
Right. So the woman that catches the signs and leaves early on, do you think that that's a matter of the woman giving up or the woman just giving up and not giving the guy a chance? Because I think everybody should get a chance either they mess up or not. Like I have a brother who's got like
when you get a chance when you're 10, when you're 12, when you're in your 30s, late 30s, 40s. Come on, you've been there, done that. You can't give every dog in the street a chance to come into your house.
The what?
That, do you give a person a chance even though they screwed up, or do you not give them a chance? He said chances are only given for when you're 10 and 12 years old, not when you're in your 30s and you're 40.
Oh, no, I don't agree with that. Not at all. You got to give people a chance, but you have to see patterns of behavior that prove that they are remorseful for their previous actions and they're taking steps. You have to see consistent behaviors over time.
Give me a pound,
but you have to give them a chance, though. You have to, bro.
I agree with Jason.
Let me ask you a question. Okay,
I agree.
You got a man who's cheating on every woman he's ever been with. All right, he gets to you, and you say, "Okay, let me give you a chance because you might have changed." So would you continue dating, or the guy had a baby with the last 10 women and he left them? So are you gonna have a baby from him?
No, of course not. What I'm saying is, right, like Pam said, it's called life experience. I agree with you, Pam. It's that if I see your pattern, call me. It could be the ex-mom, the ex-girlfriend calling. Again, sweetheart, I'll pray for you. My thing is this. If I see a pattern of 10 baby mamas, 10 this, that, and of course, I'm not going to sit there and be the 11th, right? I'm not going to do that.
Right.
But you just don't give up on somebody. You just don't say, oh...
Be friends. Why not be the person's friend? Let him go back to one of the exes and be different with them.
No, what I'm saying is, so not everybody in the world comes with a perfect slate. I know I do. I don't, right? I'm almost perfect, but I'm not. I'm almost perfect. I'm almost there, but I don't come with a lot of baggage. But that's not necessarily true for everybody in my age group, right? When you meet somebody, everybody comes with some type of baggage, right? So you have to be in your mind say, can I deal with this baggage? Can this baggage
tolerable baggage, it's called.
Say it again?
Tolerable baggage.
Tolerable baggage. Exactly, because we all have baggage. So you got to figure out if this makes sense in your life, it fits in or if it doesn't, if I can handle it or not. So, this guy may have just, he came to me and he wasn't sloppy. He has a great work ethic. He has a great sense of humor. He made sure that I was a priority, right? He just was done with the ex. And he did it so severely that even she said to me, I don't understand how he could have been so severe. It blows my mind. My thing is, why are you even coming to me with that? I have nothing to do with that. Like, I'm not anything, I don't have anything to do with that. If you're a problem, go directly to him.
It makes it very cut and dry.
Right, cut and dry. It's cut and dry. OG, if a woman starts dealing with you, Mr. Davis, hold on a second. Hold on, Mr. Davis. When you're, let's say, you're in a situation. Right. Let's say you break up with somebody, right? And you meet somebody new,
right?
And you're digging this person, but your ex continuously is stalking the new girl. How do you handle it?
You mean besides burying her in my backyard?
No, we're not burying anybody in the backyard, OG.
Okay.
I tell you, my career.
No, go ahead.
Like, how would you handle it? The first thing you would do.
I mean, she wouldn't have that much information on me.
There you go.
To even
Prevention
be able to, she would know who I'm talking to.
Exactly. Yeah. She wouldn't have that much information unless I was still around her and she was able to get into my life like that.
The only way they can stalk you is on social media. That's it.
Yeah. And I don't put none of my personal information on social media.
As soon as you post something, they all in
But
your post.
what if it occurs anyway? How do you handle it? What would you say to your ex?
I mean, I would say nothing.
I'm not sure who you're talking to.
That's what I do.
OG. So, Frank, Mr. Davis, how would you handle it? How would you go to your ex if she continuously stalks the new girl?
First of all, I would do a one-on-one with her. First, of course, I would do the phone call, and if that didn't work, then I would do a one-on-one with her. All right? If that didn't work, then you do what you're supposed to do, change all your numbers. I mean, you can't just move, but it comes to a point where you might even have to get the cops involved.
Yeah.
You might, because you can't go beat her up.
Right.
So you might have to get
a restraining order or something like that.
Correct. But there are steps, and there are legal steps that you're supposed to take because the person is obsessed, which is borderline crazy.
Right.
So you have to do it legally. That old BS, she just bothered me. Listen, we've all been there, and unfortunately, some good guys have made it bad some bad guys have made it, how you say it, for the good guys?
Some good guys have made it bad for the good guys.
Yeah, you got some bad guys who, at the end of the day, when they get to that lonely night and they ain't got nobody and they coming out from hanging out with their boys, they've been drinking all night and maybe meeting one in the club, that's the first girl they're going to call because they know that she's going to say yes. And they go over there and hit it.
Because she's accessible and easy to get to.
They're not horny no more, so they're back to normal. But yet she's crazy.
Right, so his behavior could very well make her go crazy, right? With the back and forth, and then rejecting her, not responding to her messages after he did what he had to do with her. So yeah, that's a terrible situation. I didn't even think about it that way, and I'm glad that we spoke about that because now I can understand basically why she's feeling so hurt. Because I don't know what this dude is doing to her or what he has done to her. It still doesn't cause for her to reach out to the new girl.
Right. No, I totally agree. And like you, first thing you should have said, well,
right.
You get my information.
Right.
As a dude, you don't do that's a sign of weakness, right?
Yeah,
The minute you do that as a sign of weakness, if you check another dude, about your shorty dealing with the next dude and you go check the dude as opposed to checking her?
Yeah.
You're weak. You're weak right then and there. You're weak and you're done.
True.
You're done. Stick
Wait, check the dude? You saying
No
check
man's
the...
supposed to check.
So if you guys are dating the same girl,
right,
and he comes to you and is like, yo, let's talk about this.
And why you dating my girl, my shorty?
That's bro code don't do. You don't do that. You
Yeah.
go to the girl.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you gotta find out what's going on. Like,
From the
that's
girl, not from the guy.
Right,
I want zero to do with him. I don't ever want to meet him.
That's how I feel.
That's a positive.
Like that has nothing to do with me. I don't care about your situation with him. Deal with that. And I feel bad for her that he's playing her out, but that has nothing to do with me.
That's a man code.
That's a code.
But there's a girl code too. Women know.
Whatsoever.
Right.
That's it.
But you know, D, let me tell you something. You might have to. Well, you're not involved in the guy no more, but if you still are involved or still interested in the guy, you might have to do a sit down with her because she might tell you some stuff that you don't know, and the things that he's telling
Does it matter though? The question is,
no sit down with the same sex. No
Yeah.
sit down with the same sex is necessary.
no
at
sit
all.
down with the
sit down
same
with the
sex. I'm gonna
dude.
get a T-shirt that says that.
Yeah, when we sit down
No
with this
sit
dude,
down. You deal with the shorty.
What we got to talk
Deal
about?
with the
You
middleman,
smash your
that's
minds,
it.
I'm smashing. But you got to talk to
There's
me
nothing to
about. It's
talk
nothing
about.
to talk about.
I mean, me
Mr.
personally,
Davis, I
can
disagree
leave
with
the chick
you.
alone. I just
Right.
phantom her.
I mean, I'm not. You do ghosting. I'm
Well,
very
wait a
upset
minute.
with you.
Wait, what
But
is
anyway,
hold up.
I'm not gonna change the subject real quick.
talking about
Let's find out
I
what
get it.
ghosting is.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what ghosting is. No,
It's pain tough.
here's the thing.
Alright.
I'm not dating the guy anymore. Let's get that straight. Like that lasted 2 minutes and I was out. Right?
No, I just kept it
And it
general.
has nothing to do. We only have 7 minutes of the show left. So what I'm saying is, yes or no. Do you approach the same? Does the ex approach the new girl? Does the ex man approach the new man? Yes or no?
Hell no.
Okay.
No.
Let me go back to what I said.
Because I'm definitely not having no sit down.
Nah.
I don't care
not
enough.
supposed
I'm not
to.
even vested
I'm
enough.
not supposed to.
All right. If homeboy kept calling me, if me and him end up dating the same girl, and homeboy keep calling me and he won't quit, and he keeps harassing me, oh yes, I am gonna have a one-on-one with him.
That's a different story.
Now that's you. Now they just messing with your manhood.
That's a different
And I-
story.
That's when you hit him with the bro.
In the beginning,
Right? Really? Don't be that guy.
You should never have to
Don't be that guy. Come on,
You
man.
should never.
You being that guy.
I be like, yo,
You being the guy that you don't really want to be.
Right? Because you will get broken up, dude. Like broken up for
Even
real.
if I go to the movies and I see
the good
my
side.
girl with another dude, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say, my man, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Just like move. What's gonna end up happening? Either he's a real man and he's gonna walk, or his ego gonna kick in, and then that's where he gonna get. Well, you already know.
Just for the record, most men,
The conversation's supposed to be
most
between me
real
and
men
her need
gonna
to
fall
talk.
back anyway. You know.
But most men, because of their ego.
Did you hear what TP said? Most real men are gonna back up anyway. Cause don't nobody in this world want somebody that don't want you.
That's
If
why I just
somebody
said
doesn't
ghosting.
want you,
That's what I'm
if
saying.
somebody doesn't want you, then let it go.
But that's what I just said.
I don't want anybody that doesn't want me.
A scorn lover is the
Right,
word.
but that's what I'm just telling you.
Oh, that's
Diane,
what ghosting meant.
To me,
Oh,
like,
okay.
if I see something in a chick that I don't like, I don't sit there and just see if they ain't nothing invested.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
What's the do sign up for?
Peace. I'm out.
And
Never looking back. I'll never look back.
Deuces.
Never, ever,
I done
ever.
had to hit a few cats with the bruh. You know, when you hit him with the bruh, you know that's the bottom of the barrel, dog. Check it out.
Yeah.
I don't want this funky ass broad either.
Right.
You can have her,
Yes.
but bruh.
But what if you do want her?
Bruh.
What if you do want her?
What if I do want her?
Don't believe all this crap that they say.
I'm
A
telling
man's
them back
ego
up
is
off
his
my
worst enemy. If it's
no
any
man
woman that he has
running up on
any kind of
nothing,
feelings with, trust me, at that given second, he's gonna feel some kind of way. So,
I'm gonna have a conversation with him, like, but once I hit him with the bruh,
Yeah.
you know, you already know.
Yeah.
He not even gonna hear the clip.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we only have a couple of minutes to the show. I got a good question. What if you're walking in the mall together and you're holding hands, and let's say Jason and I are holding hands, and the guy comes and pulls my arm in front of you? What you gonna do? And say, I need to talk to you. Look at Jason's
See, that's
face.
disrespectful. That's
That's a whole nother topic.
Because see, now it ain't even about protecting your honor at that point.
Right.
It's like these jokers is disrespectful.
That's a
Yeah, everybody's
violation.
talking at the same time. Mr. Davis, what did you say in 2
I said,
seconds?
yeah, no, if I'm walking with my lady and I'm holding her hand and we walking and he comes and he grabs her, he's going to get his neck snapped.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Does everybody agree with him?
That's what
Yes.
I'm talking about.
Yes.
Everybody agrees?
Yes.
That's the only time you fight over a girl.
Yes.
You don't even know who he is. You don't know what he's trying to do. He could just be trying to
I
hurt
really don't
himself.
care if he's her ex or
Break his neck.
if he ever, but the fact that I'm with her and you grabbed her,
Exactly.
rather than
If
come
it
up
ain't
like a
her fault,
gentleman,
he
nah,
get
you
his
get your
chin
nap snapped.
Hey, who?
The next snap.
If it ain't his fault,
father.
if it ain't her fault, he
I
get
don't
his
care
chin
who it
checked.
is.
No, her pops like, come here.
Edwin said, "Oh, it's over for
My
dude."
girl?
All right, we're gonna wrap up because I need a drink after this conversation.
Leave his father and his mother.
Dan
You
is
stick
Real
to your
Talk,
wife. That's
Genesis
mine.
Radio, TP Square
You can't
Show.
touch her like
Thank
that.
you so much, everybody, for
Her
staying
fault,
on with us. We really appreciate you.
Well, you're a father, so I
you
understand
need
where you're coming
to
from.
follow
I'm not.
Jason.
I don't have no kids.
Jason.
Yeah, Jason, did you tell everybody where they can find you?
Tell everybody
Follow
where they
me
can find you.
Instagram.
It's including the ex-girlfriends.
Instagram,
Yeah.
DSJ Fitness.
DSJ Fitness.
DSJ Fitness on Instagram. Please follow me.
It's like crazy caller. Don't call her.
There you go.
Wait, one more time. How do people find you?
DSJ Fitness if you want to improve the quality of your life, health, decision making, overall functioning.
I just decided I'm just gonna be fat.
Nah, don't do that, brother.
I'm Fat Boy Fresh.
Come see me.
But
I got promotional
you
stuff. Come see me.
fine big boy. So we don't care about that. So anyway, thank you everybody for reaching out to us. We love you guys. And Dana's Real Talk will be back on Saturday, God willing. Genesis Radio Station, TP Square Show. We're gonna have
We'll be
some
right
more.
here.
We're gonna be right here. If you guys have any questions, comments, or whatever, please reach out to me on DianaABellamy@gmail.com or Diana's Real Talk at gmail.com. You guys know you can always inbox me. I don't really get to those things, but Diana's Real Talk at gmail.com. Bye guys, we love you and we'll see you next week. We
That's
got some
right,
more
y'all.
juicy topics.
We out of here. We gonna wrap this up. We gonna get out the way for